Here we have a problem on derivative. Okay, let's go to the information. If x times y equals to 1, find the expression equivalent to y square positive dy by dx. Okay, to get the expression which is equivalent to this y square positive dy by dx, first I need dy over dx. Okay, dy by dx means I have to find the derivative of y with respect to x in the given function. Okay, now let me take the given function xy equals to 1. Actually, it is the implicit function. So because it has not been solved for y in terms of x. Okay, anyways, to get dy by dx, what I need to do is I have to find derivative on both sides of this function with respect to x, because here we have dx in denominator. Okay, let's differentiate with respect to x. When I find, actually here on the left side, we have product of two variables x and y. So whenever we have a product of two variables and I want to find derivative of that one, I have to use the coefficient rule. Okay, now let's consider the product of u and v, and we have to assume both u and v as variables. I want to find derivative of this u times v. So for that, what I need to do is I have to keep the first variable u as it is and get the derivative of v, that is v prime. Now I have to take positive sign. So get the derivative of the first term u, that is u prime. Now I have to keep the second term as it is. So this is called coefficient rule. Okay, now let's apply the coefficient rule over here. So you have to consider the first term x as u, the second variable y as v. Now I have to keep the first variable x as it is and find the derivative of this y with respect to x. Then it will become dy over dx, positive. And now I have to get the derivative of the first variable x with respect to x is just 1, and I have to keep the second term y as it is. And on the right side, when I find derivative of the constant 1, it will become 0. So I'm getting x times dy over dx positive 1 times y is y equals to 0. Okay, now our aim is to get dy over dx. So let's solve for dy over dx in this equation. So for that, I have to subtract y from both sides. When I do so, the positive and negative y will cancel out. I am getting x times dy over dx equals to negative y. Then I divide both sides by x. When I divide both sides by x, is x will cancel out. So I am getting dy over dx equals to negative y over x. Okay, but my according to the question, we have to get the expression which is equivalent to this y square positive dy over dx. Okay, here already we have dy over dx. So now what do we need? We need y square to be added to dy over dx. So let's add y square to both sides of the equation. So when I do so, so the expression I will have on the left side will be y square positive dy over dx. On the right side, we have y square negative y over x. Okay, so y square positive dy over dx. Okay, now here I have to simplify, I have to subtract y over x from y square. Okay, let's imagine this is an integer and this is a fraction. Whenever I do subtraction between an integer and a fraction, so what I need to do is I have to multiply the integer part by the denominator of the fraction. So once I'm done with this multiplication, I can take this x as a common denominator. So when I multiply this y square by x, I'm getting x y square negative y. So now we can take this x as a common denominator. So this is an expression which is equivalent to y square positive dy over dx.